Hi, it's Carmi Weininger. Welcome to the Science Behind the Saddle series of videos that take you in depth to each component of our modular saddle system. Watch them all to find out how every piece works and can be customized to give you a remarkable and shock-absorbing ride. If you'd like to stay informed, please follow us on Facebook and Instagram and subscribe to the EQ Saddle Science YouTube channel. Let's get in depth about thigh blocks. Thigh blocks right away strike me as a bit of a misnomer because it's so critically important that if you use a block, it reinforces or reminds you to be effective, to hold you in position to be a tool, and it doesn't block you as a rider to impede your function or make it difficult for you to ride properly. The blocks that we make for our saddles always are movable. And the reason is there's no one size fits all. We're talking shape, length, softness of the block, angle, height, position. All of these need to be proper for you, for the length of your femur, that is your thigh, for the angle in your leg, which is dependent on partly your body conformation and equally so on the length of your stirrup. And finally, it needs to be appropriate for the kind of riding that you're doing and the level you are now. So look over here with me. I'll show you some of the more common blocks that we make when you test a saddle of ours. We'll often send you a kit of blocks if you're testing the block tester model. There's more on that in our video that covers the overview of our series. Right now I'm getting just in depth about our blocks. So first here on this left-hand side, there's two versions of our ultimate block. The ultimate is called so because it's got planes and dimensions that are pretty substantial. The short ultimate and the standard ultimate give you two options. The standard block is so because it's very benign. It's narrow, it has a flat face, and a fairly low profile. The thigh support block is more protrudent at the top where your thigh hits than farther down as it goes towards your knee. And the Zen block is our newest block, named after a special horse named Zen. We tend to name new products after the person or the horse who inspires them, and this is Zen's block. And this is a block that is a bit deceptive because it's so high profile. It looks as though it would be very restrictive, but we've made it narrow and we've added a very soft foam on the rider's side so that it's quite easy to push into this block rather than be wedged against it. When we send this version of the saddle out, which is our block tester saddle, it comes with a loop Velcro patch. And this patch is designed to accept thigh blocks in a variety of shapes, as you've seen. We do make a couple of blocks that are a bit smaller than the ones that I've shown you, and we also make custom blocks. We need sketches of the dimensions of the block and the profile, but we can do just about anything that you need to be an effective and supported rider. So when you start using the block, we're going to recommend that you use the D-ring at the front as your starting position. Find the top of your block and line up the top of the block with the bottom of the D-ring, and then the front of the block with the front of the Velcro, like so. This is a great place to start using the block. To decide what block really works for you, I suggest you set the blocks in trot. The reason is, if the block, excuse the sound, is positioned too high, as you rise, your thigh will bump the top of the block in a way that's not comfortable or functional. And when you sit the trot, if the block's not at the right angle, say that it's too straight or too low or too far forward, you'll find yourself pulling your leg up, hunting the block when you sit the trot, and again, not functional. Use the Velcro to determine the height and the angle that you need to ride as well as you can, as well as you wish to ride, and then place the block. As we mentioned in our video about our saddle overview, many people keep the Velcro version of our saddles because it's so flexible. Others choose to use the Velcro to determine the length and position and shape of their block, and we then use that information to make up a custom saddle. Just a final couple of thoughts. Ideally, when you're positioning the block, it should be in approximately the middle of your thigh, meaning about as much above the block to your panty line as is below the block to your knee. Just a rough guideline. So like all of the things that we make in our modular system, our blocks are just one more element that is user adjustable, positionable, customizable, and designed to ensure that your ride in our saddle is supported for you, the individual, not some other rider with a different body shape or a different body style. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and will check out the rest of our Science Behind the Saddle series. We welcome you to follow us, subscribe, all the usual ways will find us. And if you'd like to get going with a saddle trial of your own, reach out to us through our website at saddlescience.com. Thank you.